Okay, we're back. Ukraine. Is there a surprise? What do? The president slapped sanctions on, 8 people? The European Union slapped them on, 12 people? And Russia takes over Crimea. And there's nothing we could do really to get rid of them. But you have Putin up there lying to the world and telling the parliament and everyone else, I don't know why they call it parliament, it's totally rigged, whoever the representatives are there, using that word in quotes, that they don't want anything else. Putin doesn't want to move anywhere else. Yet he goes in and fires shots at a Ukrainian naval base. And in the eastern part of Ukraine, there are others out there, toughs, bullies, making trouble and looking to maybe break away from Ukraine at that point. And Putin will say what he said before. They're not my people. They're not my troops. They just all kind of wear masks like Zorro and hide behind it so we don't know who they are, and may have Russian ammunition or Russian rifles and Russian trucks and Russian this and Russian that. But they're not Russian. They're just people who are just set upon it. I love their argument. It's almost like he said, hey, I got to come here because the Russians in America are being mistreated, and he shows up on the shores of Brooklyn. It's just sad. And what are we doing? Nothing. So what do the papers say? Well, with this executive order, President Obama can do whatever he wants to really turn up the heat. Well, he isn't going to turn up the heat. He's going to do nothing. Putin's going to make his next move when he sees his move to make, and he's not going to have to make it because he now knows that the other countries on the periphery of Russia are nervous, worried. No, we're not going to do much of anything. And at that point, we're going to have a real problem, and we're not going to know how to respond. It's going to be a dicey situation because it isn't just ending there. Syria, as we talked about before, Bashar al-Assad is in. There was Clay again. Bashar al-Assad is in. We're not doing anything about that. The president said we're getting rid of him. Yeah, we're getting rid of him. We're getting rid of him for another 7 years. He's going to run the place. The Palestinian-Israeli peace talks are going nowhere, or probably going to go nowhere. The chemical weapons are still in Syria, and all we hear from the president, Secretary Kerry, is Iran's following the rules. Yeah, you can believe that. You can believe that, like you can believe the sun rises in the west. So that's where we are. No surprise. Really disappointing. It's going to get worse. Our foreign policy is going to get worse. We're going to be forced into a reactive position, which is where we are now. But the more reactive we become, the harder it is to be able to take action, because the person who's being proactive, like Putin, knows what his next 2, 3, 4 steps are going to be. We don't even know what our steps are. We never have an idea about what our steps are. And if we don't start getting it together soon, we're going to have a massive problem on our hands. And it's starting. And Cleo agrees. It'll work out as it always does in the end. Peace.